Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there lived a group of people that dominated the Scandinavian seas. They were called the Vikings.
Vikings originated from Scandinavia, inhabiting Denmark, Sweden, and Norway.
Vikings were traders, explorers, and most notably, raiders.
In 792, a band of Vikings raided a monastery on Lindisfarne. This is the first recorded Viking raid, and it put Vikings down in history. They lived at the monastery for its riches and treasures. As shipping technology started to advance into the 8th century, Vikings started to expand and explore into more distant lands. By the 1850s, Vikings had started to establish bases in southern England, Ireland, and France. In 865, an enormous army had amassed in England under two brothers, Captain Ragnarsson and Ivar the Boneless. Led by the legendary Sons of Ragnar, they were called the Great Heathen Army by the Saxons. They first conquered the kingdom of Northumbria, capturing its capital York in 866. Then conquering East Anglia, followed by Mercia, leaving only the kingdom of Wessex remaining. The Great Heathen Army was finally defeated by Alfred, the King of Wessex, in 878 at the Battle of Edington. In 885, as the Franks are politically divided, Vikings besieged and almost captured Paris. Vikings ruled the south and southwest regions of England until King Eric Bloodaxe was expelled in 954. In the 11th century, Vikings finally conquered all of England and successfully placed a Danish ruler on the throne, King Canute the Great. Vikings made great achievements in technology, such as the mastering and construction and sailing the longship. They impacted politics by adding a new element to the cultural development of Scotland, and playing a key role in the establishment of Alba, the new kingdom. This also indirectly set down a good foundation for modern Scotland.
They also had a negative political impact as well, by participating in raids and large-scale attacks, which ended up leading to the undoing establishment of native societies and threatened to destroy them.
For some, the Vikings were devastating economically, especially to West Saxon kings, who were subjugated by Viking sea warlords. On the contrary, some such as the city of York thrived under Viking control. They did very well trading in existing Viking trade networks.
By the Viking Age, a huge trade network had been established. Viking trade ranged from many parts of Europe to Asia and the Far East. This trade brought back tremendous wealth and exotic goods.
Adrian of Wessex was nominally the ruler of Northumbria from 946 to his death, but had to deal with the threat of independent Viking kingdoms under Alade Cularan and Eric Bloodaxe. He permanently absorbed Northumbria into the English kingdoms in 945 after the death of Eric. Another interaction is the coal trade under time, which did not exist to any extent before the 13th century. But from that period on, it developed rapidly, and Newcastle acquired the monopoly of the river shipping and coal trade.
The Vikings' influence brought forth many advancements in technology that still affect the world today, from the advancements in seafaring and navigation to their vast explorations and discoveries. A Viking known as Leif Erikson was one of the first Europeans to discover North America. He built a settlement there and met with the locals. Vinland was described as a fertile and peaceful land without war.
Vikings impacted the Norse language as Old Norse influenced Old English. This can be seen in place names like Grimsby, Derby, and Dornsby. Vikings can be credited for the settlement of Iceland, the creation of a centralized state in England, and the creation of the first Western state extensive contacts between Islamic and Northern European worlds. Though Vikings are thought of as bloodthirsty savages, we see that their advancements and accomplishments still affect our world today.